Bro, this might be the year you do it. Hey, 1 second, bro. I'm on a work call. Um, sorry, my thing cut out real quick. Could you say that again, Julie? Nah, everything's going well. I switched companies at probably the worst possible time. I think I was in the office for like 3 days before they said, you know what, we're just all working from home. No, yeah, no, it did. Yeah, so they're still working, but for me, I'm not really doing. I'm just really doing research, just because, obviously there's no hiring going on right now unless it's like completely essential.
Right.
So just doing research and adding folks to the database and whatnot. Um, I wanted to call you, though I didn't want to email you on this because it's actually a NES related issue.
Okay, okay, yeah.
So as you know, we've got a couple of people. I told you how we're no longer a British company, and so for some of our British
Yeah.
folks, when their visas expire, we would run them through a different company. So we would keep the relationship with the client, but somebody else is their actual employer of record. Um, and so we've got a guy, Phil Rudder, who we've been having invoicing issues with between NES and Petroplan for quite some time. And I
Okay.
think NES owed Petroplan at one point like $170,000 on him. Now I think that's been knocked down to like 100, and I was working on getting this resolved back when I was at NES before I was even looking at Petroplan. Um,
Yeah.
there were just issues because the rates we'd initially agreed to with Petroplan, um, the markups changed when they went over to Agile and then to Vector, and so they were still working off an original work order, and it was just some administrative issues, and we didn't get things across, and so um, when we sent them the numbers across with the same split that we had before, Petroplan didn't want to accept because I guess their margins weren't high enough for them to get approval, and so we kind of hit a
Yeah.
standstill. And NES
Yeah.
just wasn't being very responsive, and so like I said, I don't know if they've resolved this as of yesterday. NES still owed them like $100,000, but Darren wanted me to approach you and see what will we need to do to just remove them from the picture and have the guys on the visas with us just work through us. If we're not able to, if we're not able to, because if we're not able to collect all the money that we owe the guys, and the guys are on a visa with us, we're their actual employer. Um,
Yeah.
NES is really just acting like as the middleman.
Yep. Yep. And we're trying to clean all that up, because so technically we're not really using any I'll be honest, they still aren't paying some of the contractors, and a lot of the hiring managers now are just pretty much done. And
Yeah,
sometimes
it,
we reach out to Hugh. He's always on holiday, and they think that it's like, oh, we're getting to it, or oh, we're doing this, but it's the managers are just over it now. So the problem is that they've got a stronghold on West Virginia.
right.
There's going to be a directive coming down, but that has to come down from a higher level. I can't fight that because of the relationship that the manager in West Virginia had with the opera people that are still there. So that's going to have to be an edict that comes down from leadership, and they're working on that. But until they actually get all that in place, we still are, NES is shoved down our throat.
Yeah,
The problem is that we don't have Petroplan on our contact on our list, right?
yeah.
And honestly, we're trying to get our list cleaned up, and we're losing a lot of contractors now, which is a good time for us to clean it up. Um, but I'll have to look into it. If NES is going to throw a fit. They will
I know they will. And
about that.
honestly, and obviously, I didn't want to send you an email, and when an email does come, it's gonna have to come through Jeff, because of because I got that non-compete, obviously. So I'm not trying to get
Yep,
sued by him. And I'm not trying to I'm trying to abide by the rules, but obviously,
I
if
know.
they've got a six-figure debt, they kind of leave us no choice but to do something. And I was working
Oh
on getting
no.
this resolved back when like I said before, I was even looking at coming. And
Yeah.
I was telling them at first. I said, "Well, look, just pay the undisputed amount, and then and then whatever else is left, we can work that out. But don't just have them sitting with 100 and whatever thousand that they paid this guy, and they're waiting to be reimbursed by us when they're the people that hold the visa. We don't incur any costs for Phil, because we don't pay him. He's not on our visa. We don't pay any taxes on him. So it's literally just a pass through.
Just the visa.
Well, I mean, sorry. So no. NES. I'm saying they didn't.
Right.
So it was no.
Right.
You couldn't really justify just sitting on that money when we hadn't spent anything on the guy.
Do you know what the markup is that you guys have him at Petroplan? Like, what was the old rate? Because I know you're saying the new one.
So the old rate with Jacobs was just a flat 25% with like the and the overtime was like 16.666%. So when we'd originally set up the split, it was based off those numbers.
How do you spell his last name? It's not R-U-D-D-E-R.
Not R-U-T-T-E-R.
T-R, okay.
And so he's a critical guy. I think he's in line to become a section manager. Him and Yaxley. So they're both in the INC group.
Okay, so do they work for hold on, let me see.
I don't even know who their manager is now. Ronnie Greenwell used to be the manager.
Ronnie? Okay.
Yeah, Ronnie and Dave Cordes, but I think there's an actual new department manager now though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, let me look. Obviously they're gonna keep him then. He works. All right. Looks like Chris Herbrich, is that right?
That might be. I heard the name, but I've never spoken to the guy.
Okay, so he's still putting in time and a lot of time too, so it looks like he's regular. Okay. Let me see what we can do, and it looks like he doesn't have time though before February 7th, which is really weird. Do you know why?
Phil Rudder doesn't?
Yeah.
He should, and he was he was the guy I was working with Vicky on that was going to Lime Tree, and so they kept like his rates had switched a couple times because they gave him they'd given him an uplift when he went to the refinery in St. Croix.
Okay.
Yeah.
So technically, we may be able to do this. So let me look and see how many hours that he has worked, and what we may be able to do is just say, look, he's hit his 1,040. We're going to roll them over to us. But I know he's got a visa. We're gonna have to let me see what I can do.
Yeah, and don't say anything to NES though. Yeah, don't.
You know, hey, Jimmy called me.
Yeah, don't because they, I think. Because they
I know how nasty they are. I mean, I know.
Honestly, I never had any issues there, and they told me I can come back, so we're good. And I'm not trying to do anything illegal, but. Like this is a unique situation, so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me. I'm gonna have to look at all the facets here, and I'll probably have to get with Ronnie too, just to make sure that there's no issues or anything. Let me see. I don't know. Let me think on this for a little while. And Darren's still over there at Petroplan?
Darren. I came with Darren. Yeah. So Darren Richards is over here. Have you dealt with Darren before?
No, what's Darren's last name?
Richards.
No, I thought there was another Darren that I'd worked with before, but I don't think he was at Petroplan. He was over at AIM.
Ah, right. Okay. No. The only Darren there now is at least Darren Richards.
Okay. Who's running Petroplan now?
It's Darren. So he's the regional director for the U.S. And so that's kind of why I came, because I'm like, I probably got a better chance to move up here under him because he's going to a place where he don't have anybody.
So he was at NES
He
before?
was a senior manager. He was my manager over there. Yeah. So he's.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's see what we can do. I'll circle back around then and let you know.
Perfect. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Sammy.
Thank you. You have a good one and stay safe.
Stay healthy.
Yeah, you too. Stay out the stores.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Say this, Sonya though. Steve's, where your mic at, bro? Then you told me mic up, you ain't even got your mic. God damn it. These boys play defense in the paint. Oh, nah, he body rocked me. Shit. God damn. What the fuck? He's not responding to my shit. What's good, boy? Big Steezy. You too smart for this league, bro. You too intelligent for these guys, bro. Look at this team you assembled. It's not just the talent, but the chemistry is beautiful. But see, it's a lot of guys in the league. You know, I'm not gonna name no name. Other than Brose, I won't name no names. There's a lot of guys in the league that never stepped foot on the court before, so they don't understand nothing but overalls and badges. They don't understand. You know what I mean, bro? They never been at Fondy like I have in Houston, or run and shoot like you have in Atlanta. You know, all they know is pixels, overalls. Yeah, Jerry's my boy, so I won't comment on that. But I have seen him on a basketball court, and let's just say it's a good thing that he's a computer whiz. If you know, you know. Yeah, bro. But this team, I could really see you making a championship run with the squad if you get hot at the right time. I mean, cause shit, bro. Y'all don't have no holes, bro. You got, cause Wiggins, I don't know what his shooting is like on this time, but Wiggins always been an elite slasher. You got shooting at the you got the oversized point guard, so y'all could really, you could switch everything on the perimeter because you got size at all three positions. You got the little stretch face up four. You got a top 2 or 3 rebounding big man in the league. And this like the third time you done had him on like 2K18, 19, 20. You know him well. Yeah, but you know him well. You know him well, so nah, you did a good job, bro. Drummond's a pro. I've never used Drummond. I never understand why he don't score more though, because when you look at some of his ratings, like he got like 98 strength. I never understood like why boys just don't literally just back him down and elbow cheese. Because you seen a guy like, I'll take a shot at somebody like Money, a guy who's not a very skilled player at all. You seen him win rings just off literally just drop step elbow cheese. So I don't know why we never seen Drummond. Luce was nice with Drummond, for real. Oh, you talking about this year? No. Yeah, Luce. You talking about when Luce just had him? Yeah, he was playing elite defense for Luce. He was. Now Sonye, Sonye is an interesting one because Sonye, Luce Broussard, if you recall, harassed me and complained every day. The only rookies that could do anything was the bigs, and then I get Sonye and Luce damn near has a heart attack. So is it Uchi, Wally, or is it one Mike? That's all I want to know. Because when I look at his player card, it say he a point guard, which would mean he's not a big man. But Luce was livid, you know. He was not happy at all. Which could just be, you know, he very rarely is happy when something good happens for another black man. So it could just be that. You know, it could just be his default anger to see a black man improve his situation. To be fair, in his defense. So, we're greening with random bums. Who is that? That's McLemore. That's Melton. Okay. Nah, yeah, he can go. Oh, that's a flagrant. You got to give me that. Is that's a conscious cousin? Little Japanese Negro. Yeah, bro, that boy got like 98 mid. He gonna have to. Did you upgrade his catch and shoot to gold? Shit, you should have, cause this shit with an auto went to Hall of Fame. Say it again. You cut the string. I'll cut that shit. Cut that bitch.